Hi, my name is Michael Demansky, Senior Physiotherapist at MD Health. What I'm going to talk to you today about is about how things you can do to work on your balance. So there's a few things that we can particularly directly work on to improve your balance. And one of the first things we see as the biggest problem is lack of strength, particularly around the pelvis and around the gluteus maximus, which is the bottom muscle. So when we test people, this muscle is not very strong, and it means pelvic instability. So your hips you can't control the positioning very well. And so this is the first place to usually start. So we're going to work on your bottom muscles, which is where the pelvic stability comes from. 1 foot here, 1 foot up on the form like this. Shoulders back, tummy muscles in. From here, you're going to push it back with one leg. Hold it there. 1, 2, and let it come forward. That gets your bottom muscles working. And as those muscles are in the bottom and the legs become stronger, that's the first thing we need in order to be able to have good balance. Body up straight, back, 1, 2, and let it come forward. So that's the first thing to start off to work on to improve your balance. Number 2, we can work on the balance directly. So there's 3 major parts that affect the balance. Number 1 is the muscle strength and joint sensors. Number 2 is your vision. So if you've got poor vision, we use it as a major mechanism. So the third one is the inner ear mechanism called the vestibular mechanism. And its major role is to sense where we are in space and time. And as we get older, that becomes less sensitive. And so we have to train it to become better. So we can do that. Easiest thing, standing on one leg. That involves muscle strength and balance to work on that too. Holding it for half a minute. I recommend doing this next to a wall, so if you need to, you can hold on if you need to. As it becomes easier, you can close your eyes. And the reason why that becomes harder, because you can't use your vision to test where you are. You have to use it in an ear mechanism and your joint sensors to improve that part of your balance. So that's where I'd start next. If you can do half a minute with your eyes open, then do work on half a minute to a minute with your eyes closed. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to use a small weight, put it down the ground. This is working on dynamic balance. So it's one thing standing on one spot, but most of the time we're not standing on one spot, we're moving. So we're going to train exactly that. Really simple exercises, standing over the weight, and then back again. Seems easy enough. We're going to do it for a minute now. And afterwards your muscles fatigue, so you start to really have to work on the way you do the exercise. Over and back, over and back, over and back. If you feel very brave, you can do this on one leg. Over and back, over and back. And these are 3 simple things you can do to work on the main parts of your balance. Working on the vestibular mechanism, working on the vision and the control, the function of balance, and working directly on the bottom muscles, which is the major stabilizer around the pelvis. Thank you.